Hey guys, and welcome back to a video, and today we're gonna be doing a fan design showcase of the National F-40STX, also known as the National X Series stand fans. Now these fans were a lot more common. They're literally everywhere. Literally, some of my friends have one of these, and they're incredibly common units. These were produced from 1997 to 2006 until they changed the design of the body to be a little bigger down here, which is known as the new P series. Now the P series is basically identical to these national ones, except they were made by Panasonic, and the P series body is what they use currently today. Now, for the 1998 to 2003 model, this is what it looked like. The X series was a series of national stand fans. There were three models, which is the STX, which is this one, the SWX, which had no accessories at all, and the SLX, which had the lamp over here. Now, there's no rare model for this. All of three are pretty common and are everywhere, and I guess that's a good sign because there's still a lot of these units roaming around, which means they really last a long time. And so, we're gonna do a design showcase. But we're not gonna go into too much history other than that because the motor is pretty much the same and there's nothing too much to discuss. They almost look identical to the X series with the exception of the body and the base. Now, let's first know what the X series is all about. How do you distinguish it from the M series? Well, first of all, the badge is not screwed in anymore. It's clipped like that. As you can see over there, those are clips, they're not screws. And the disadvantage of that, instead of screws, is that these can fall off. I've seen multiple units have zero badges at all because the people just removed it and forgot to put them back in. And yeah, it's pretty easy to remove these. Even just pulling it out by force like this could remove one of these badges, unlike the X series which has screws. But those can be a pain when you're finally cleaning the grills of the fan. You won't be able to get into the metal weldings of that, and that could lead to rust eventually. Now the X series came in a lot of variety of colors. It came in dark blue, which is basically this one, but the dark blue had different versions for the blade too. They have this really dark blue blade. They also had normal gray blades, some super just transparent blades, and yeah, there's so much color variation to the X series. They also released midnight green, they also released normal green, normal blue, which those have white on them, and black and white, which is basically a monochrome color. Now, the main flaw with the X series is that they cheaped out on the oscillation knob. The pins could get cut off. As you can see, mine's gone, but you can still technically angle it and just pull it up like that. But it's not very nice at all, but you can easily replace these. These are very cheap. The next thing is the rear motor cover. It's pretty much identical to the X series. There's nothing different about it. In here we have the sticker information, which has barely changed at all. And this one specifically was made in the year 2000. This is the base. Now, forgive the scratches. I scratched that when I was a kid. It's not really that noticeable though. But here's the base. The base, this is pretty unique to Matsushita, Philippines. No other country uses this base because you get this very distinct flat cover and then you get this very distinct roundness to the base and the shape of the X series base without the side things. Now, this is also inspired by the new Camel models, or I mean, Camel basically is having a joint venture with Matsushita secretly, I'm pretty sure, or they share design. Yeah, this is the first one that did that. Or yeah, the This model is actually released in Indonesia for a short time, but it was a total flop there. For some reason, nobody liked this design, and they're incredibly rare there. But here, yeah, it sold like hotcakes. Everyone loved Matsushita, and most of the units still were alive. Even the more popular standard and 3D are not as common anymore as these Matsushita ones. So that just tells us how durable these Matsushita ones are. Let's talk about the body. The body is very distinct slope. It just basically has the same slope as the M series, but they rounded it off on the front and changed how the buttons look. There's a place for a switch here in case you want a lamp. This is the timer. I still set that to, yeah, for some reason 1.5 hours. Here we have the 3 buttons, which are distinctly round, as you can see here. And here is the national logo. Now, this front plate, this is a slightly different color to the side, and you will notice that this can come off when you take out all the screws from the inside. This will come off. You can basically convert this into an SLX if you wanted, or just an SWX with no accessories at all. It's very easy to interchange how the fan is configured. And now, something about the X series, the 2004 to 2006 models don't have Roman numerals anymore. Instead, they use numbers. And the national logo, instead of just being national over there, the model will be labeled underneath the logo as well. So that's pretty neat. The X series also has a distinctive pole instead of like the screw being held in by the plastic part. You have just the metal, which has made it a lot more durable in my opinion. The pipe though has been reduced in size slightly internally. The pipe size itself is not really shorter, but the pipe inside, the one that extends upward, is shorter. So you'll not get twice as much height as the old ones. And yeah, that's a slight disadvantage. All of these bases come with wheels, so you can just move them around. And yeah, it's pretty easy to move them around. And yeah, that's pretty much all the differences of the National X series and the National M series. There's really not much. Oh yeah, the neck of this thing uses the ones on the side. They use the Rakuda style neck, which is basically the 2 screws, and you have some kind of metal piece that acts as the... This is pretty durable. The neck itself is pretty durable, but sometimes the Rakuda design does come with its flaws. When used too much, this could definitely crack if you use it for too long on specific areas. And yeah, you might want to be careful more with Rakuda necks. But since the plastic's pretty good, that's not usually an issue. It's usually more of an issue with modern fans like Camels. I've seen a lot of Camels with the same Rakuda necks break down. This neck itself is pretty durable design. Probably one of the most durable ones they have made. These are so resilient necks. The necks that they used for the M series, which I don't have anymore, has already broken. So that's why I replaced the neck of this in one of the videos to the more durable neck, which is basically the same, except that one is the side screw type. So I'm just gonna do a walk around of the fan now, and so you'll enjoy the video. Goodbye.